We welcome you live from the Talladega Super Speedway for tonight's event, a money race for $500 total, maybe? Winner gets 125 if 25 drivers enter. The prize is actually dependent on how many drivers do enter, so it can be randomized. Currently, we look at, let me get my timing screen up, sorry. Currently, we look at, considering we have 1, 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 14 drivers in here just like last night. We'll have to do a bit of calculations right now, but 14 times, I believe. Let's see, hold on. So, I have no idea how the cash prizes are obviously divided here, but $20 entry, I believe everyone's entry goes to the cash prize except the broadcaster fee. So, doing a bit of quick maths, the pot can be from 255 to 280. So, that's what we're looking at. I started the broadcast right at the end of practice because it's a Talladega practice. There's not really much to watch for. So, that's what's good about tonight. Definitely pretty excited as you see some people rolling around the track here. Let's get your timing screen up. Well, not timing screen, but your header. So you can see that on the top of your screen right there. The Alabama Motorsports logo. Thank you for providing tonight's race. Obviously an 8-second countdown until the qualifying session, in which it's time for us to show our awesome overlay. So driver inputs, as you can see, not being used right now. Red flag. Waiting for these drivers to start their laps and stuff, and we're gonna see. So we have 10 minutes of qualifying for people to join. And let's go watch the first car out on track. No one really showing on my timing screen yet. So green flag, the track is ready to be raced on. Qualifying. Let's find someone. I mean, Cody Neagle's our first driver out on track right now, so let's go spectate. Back. Maybe the 6. Yep. There he is. Our first driver out on track. So let me here and waiting for another driver to show. No one else showing. Brandon Broadfoot. Awesome, awesome, awesome. He's sitting with 2,000 RPMs on pit road. So 1998 a year. 300 RPMs. And we have our first driver out on track, the 239 of Timmy White. That sounded like Timmy White, not Tim E. White. So that was definitely confusing for me, which I speak very fast. That is a number of all time on that 239. Definitely a number to say, but I'm definitely not the person to be speaking about weird looking numbers, as I have definitely made some of my own in the past. I'm not going to showcase them here, but if you know me, I run a underfunded-esque team that looks underfunded. We try to make underfunded cars, and we have a tape number as our numbers. So I would showcase them on screen, but I don't think that's too professional. Maybe I'll showcase them later. But definitely, we're going to see Tim take his first 2 laps. I believe it's 2 laps of qualifying, so definitely taking that high line for the first lap and then going to the low line for the second, unless it's 1 lap of qualifying. That's an interesting... That's definitely an interesting move. First lap of qualifying, going that low. Huh. I mean, I don't do qualifying on Super Speedway as well, so he's probably doing better than me, I'll be honest. But definitely, I don't know if that's the right move, but it may. It may be the right move. I don't know. I'm definitely not the person to ask. So he's making his way through, about to hit pole time because he's the first car out. But my question is, well, oops. My question is, will his pole time stand? I really hope it does. That'd be interesting to see because that's definitely an interesting line. And he's going to take pole with a 54.223. Showing your overlay now. And we're definitely not going to be able to show our times, which is not good. But show the laps. So I will read off the times for you. So Timmy White has a 54.220 on the board. So it's 2 laps of qualifying with a 176.167 average speed. For fastest lap speed, not his average. My bad, my bad. Yeah, he's definitely averaging 176. He's stuck there, and I don't know if my overlay is... he's going through a corner. So definitely about to smash his time right now. Oh, he's taking the apron. He's touching that grass, and he's going to hit a 49.374 with his fast lap speed not changing. That's seemingly interesting. Oh no, wait, my entire overlay froze. Okay, that was weird. That was definitely not something I planned for. But at the moment, we stand with 1 car qualified, everyone else not really qualifying, but it's a super speedway, so you don't really need any qualifying around here. Okay, so 100% payout after broadcast and iRacing control. Yep, thank you. No problem. I was just curious on what the pot looked like tonight. That was what I was wondering, but definitely, I believe it varies, so we don't have an exact number yet. So we have 2 people out on track right now. Brandon Broadfoot and Jared Haynes. I did not notice them. I was looking for someone else. I thought Matthew Lee was on track, which I was incorrect, but we have 2 people running on track. That's going to be the 8 and the 10 car. And you see that my overlay has 6 gears. This is a suited for Indycar overlay, not a NASCAR overlay. So definitely these cars don't have 6 gears. That would scare me if they did have 6 gears, but thankfully they don't. And Broadfoot looking to take pole. He is going to set a 54.360. Oh, wait, Haynes at the top of the board. And he has a 54.207. So, Broadfoot third. Matthew Lee. Oh, I forget what method that's called, but teasing. Oh, Velke sets the second fastest time, beating Tim White. 54.219. And now Matthew is done cheesing, and he's going to go for his lap. So let's listen to this NASCAR Xfinity Ford Mustang, the B car. Oh. Enjoy the nice raw V8 sound from Ford. And he is going to go on 6th on the board. That's last. Man, I had so much hope, but I believe that was his first lap, so definitely looking for that 04 for any more speed out of that GTR sponsored car. I have no idea what that is, but all I can see is it's GTR, and that's pretty interesting to me. Very interesting color combination. Green, black, that metallic. I can't tell. And then a red. So that's actually working pretty well as a scheme. I'm going to be honest. Richard Elliott to the top of the board, 54.195. And that scared me for a second. I thought something went out on my stream, but 2 minutes remaining in qualifying. If you didn't know earlier, there was a truck race that went unbroadcasted. So if you'd like to join these races, feel free to join. And top of the board, Matthew Lee. Okay. It seems I placed my hope in the right guy, just at the wrong lap. And 176.340 as the average, or no, fastest lap speed. His time is a 54.166. Wow. And okay, so we have Sean Corbett on track, the 5. That is a fire car. I said that pre-race, but I was laughing for a good few minutes because I said that's a fire car, and then I realized what the scheme was, and it was complete fire. So that was definitely a nice thing I noticed. And so we have more people joining our field. This is our 8th or 9th qualifier, depending on where Joshua is right now. So we have 16 cars ready to race tonight. 13 viewers in the stream. Thank you all for joining. And we have just under a lap of Talladega, so this is their final lap. So you better make this one count because you aren't getting any more chances after this. 49 seconds was your mark. And he's going to make the line. It's going to be a top of the board? No, I lied. That's Cody's time. Wow. But Sean goes 5th, 54.210. Cody 54.143. And Joshua's out on track. Wait. I have Joshua's car, but my overlay just flagged. Okay, that's weird. Okay. I think I broke something. Nope. Wait, did I? Huh. I think my overlay broke somehow. Okay, well, the session's done anyways. That was definitely weird. I don't know why my overlay's doing that. If I have to switch overlays, I apologize. Driver inputs are off. And, oops. I did not mean for that to go on that. So, 50 laps tonight in tonight's event. We're going to hide your tower on the picture, and we're going to show you your starting grid. So, give me just a second here. That is loud. All right. So, row 1, you have Cody Niegels and Matthew T. Lee starting on your front row. First and second with your average speed showing because this is an Indycar overlay. I apologize. You have Richard Elliott and Jared Haynes. Third and fourth on row 2. Row 3, you have Sean Corbett and Landon Velke. Fifth and sixth, Tim White and Brandon Broadfoot. 7th and 8th. And then you have Dylan C. Jones and Logan York, 9th and 10th. Now, that's your first 5 rows. Let's go to your next 5. Ward, that is going to be John Ward on 11th. Then you have Joshua McCullough. That is 12th. Kenneth, his father, I believe, 13th. And Danny Barnes in 14th, rounding out your field. Mark Vondell and Joey Galati, too. Galati. Whoops, I'm sorry. 16th. So 16 cars start tonight's race. And let's go through your weather for tonight's event. 76 degrees temperature, 136 degrees track temperature, 42% humidity. North to the first mile an hour wind. That sounded really mathematical in today's track is fully clear, the forecast. And you cannot obtain rain on iRacing's ovals. So we are definitely not going to see any rain today, unlike the real Talladega races. So that's pretty good. And the grid starts to roll off. And let's go focus on your front drivers. So 50 laps. We did another broadcast yesterday. Same cars. And I don't know if my overlay is lagging. Is it? Is it lagging? Is it lagging? No, it wasn't. Okay, thank God. Okay, so we did another race yesterday at a darker time of night, and we had 14 cars. That race nearly went caution-free, 100 laps, and it was in the Xfinity cars. So, let's make predictions. Do we see no cautions or do we see multiple cautions? I'm taking the fact that even though it's 50 laps shorter, we're not going to see any cautions up until maybe lap 30 because you have 20 to go. This is definitely a shorter length of race. So I'm very excited to see how these guys do. And is that a college series driver in here? That's pretty impressive. I can't remember. Is that a... I don't know my college as well, but I believe Jamie Mack did run that college on his car at Talladega in 2013 and won the race. So let's see if Landon Valeke can do what Jamie McMurray did 11 years ago, or 10 years technically. That was an amazing finish, I should mention. The both races last night. Okay, hold on. I gotta regroup. Last night's race in that 2013 Talladega race. Both were amazing finishes, and let's hope we can see another one tonight. This is Talladega, and I am ready to see these guys race. Let's go to a static camera and watch these guys fly by multiple cameras. Pace car rolling in. Hope no one can see stuff. Anyways, coming to the green. And waiting. We are green flag racing here from Talladega. Double file down on the back straightaway as everyone just flies by our cameras here. And the 04 seems to be in the early lead right now. Maybe your camera. Very early in the day today. So the track temperatures are going to be, I believe, hotter. So that means the cars are going to be slower. I don't know how much it affects on super speedways, but I know on road courses it does affect a lot. Unlike last night's race where it was a colder track temperature, if I'm recalling correctly, and that's going to be the number 6 of Cody Nichols leading your first lap. And, oh, that's definitely not what we want to see. Geez, I broke that. Sorry. I was doing some overlay, revamp, and I did not know that it would do that. So I apologize, but lap 2 of 50, and there's a lot of passing. That really doesn't matter at a track like Talladega, and 3 wide doesn't matter. But last night, if you were watching, you can recall that these guys are used to 3 wide. Maybe, I believe that's the 8 of Brandon Broadfoot. He's just dropping to the back to be safe because you have 50 laps, and you're going for, I believe, over $100. So, definitely just to be safe. It's smart. You're being smart. You can stay in the back until maybe lap 30, lap 40, and then that's when you got to go. Lap 30 is a bit early in my opinion. Maybe lap 35, but we're on lap 3 of 50, so that really doesn't matter. That really doesn't matter right now. Sorry, I can't speak. These guys are just flying by. Let's go check their last lap speeds. 188, 187, 186. We even see a few 189s. No, just one 189. And they're going 3 wide already. That's pretty impressive. 3 wide already this early into a race. I would have not expected that, but they're getting pretty close to each other. And I'm glad they haven't wrecked. Any iRacer, well, any bottom split iRacer average who doesn't do super speedways a lot, this would probably not end up well, but luckily, oh no! I need to shut my mouth. Oh my God. Okay. And first yellow of the night. Landon Valeke involved. I was speaking about him maybe winning tonight, and that unfortunately might not look like the case. And oh man, that's such a tough break, dude. Such a tough break, and we're racing back to the line, I believe. So let's go see what happened on your let's go see what happened. It looked like a netcode. The initial wreck looked like netcode. So let me go see. Here's Landon. Definitely not what we want to see this early into a race, but let's slow it down. We have a nice camera here provided by trackcams22.com. And you can see right here, I mean, probably not a good camera view. Let's look for a different camera shot. Definitely much better. So someone must have gotten a bad push. I think it was the 62 who got, yeah. 92 looked like he gave a bad push to the 60, and then Landon got a bit loose. And then goes up into the 03. Hard hit. Or no, it actually doesn't even register. So that's netcode. Most of Landon's cars in the 03. Moving down now, and then Rex back into the 92. Huge netcode, and I don't believe there's any damage on any of these guys. Maybe the 92. He actually registered spinning. Nope, not to me. And now Landon just got a nice ride into the pack. Does the 92 make contact with anyone? That's my question. Oh no. Oh, okay, so this overlay definitely isn't being our friend right now. So the 62... Oh, okay, hold on. Sorry, we have technical difficulty going on right now. And oh no! Oh, glad we stayed to that while we still could. The overlay seems to be glitching for us, and I have to put up our timing screen again. Give me just a second here. So, I want to go back and see what happened to the 92. So, I apologize for that technical error. Let's go see what happened to the 92. So, Von Ward narrowly makes contact with the 04, but no one seems to be affected outside of that, so good that no one was affected. And let's go check your leader, Golden Eagles. So definitely hold up a different overlay here. That one was being really rude to me. So load up my original plan, actually. Let's load up my original plan. All right, so here we are. We're back. Luckily, not that bad of an issue, so seem to be okay. And okay, whoops. Whoops. We're going back to the other one. I apologize. Sorry for the technical difficulties. I did not set up the other overlay, so definitely not ready for, to switch, but we're gonna be ready here in a minute. And here we come. We have a lot of people pitting, so that looks like one of them is gonna be the 03 of Kenneth McCall Jr. Let's go check the stop out if it'll let me. And we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 guys on pit road. That is a lot of damage on that Joey Galati machine in the 661. That is... I gotta go see what happened. Did you get involved in the wreck earlier? I gotta ask. What happened to that 661? And they get that much damage. And I believe it was the previous incident 4 laps earlier. So, go check. Yep, looks to be it. Okay. So the 62 keeps spinning, goes up the track. Nothing he could have done there. Nothing you could do. Luckily a fast repair, so he's back in this thing, but nothing he could have really done there, and that's what sucks, but yeah, definitely not a good... Definitely not good for him, but... And we are not under green yet. Give me 1 second. Getting everything back set up because each overlay has their downfall. Each overlay does have their flaws. But we're okay. So now we're okay. We are under caution, 7 of 50. And I'm just waiting for this to go back green. I want to see what these guys do on the next few laps. Coming to maybe lap 20. I want to see how not aggressive these guys are going to be. How passive they are. How, well, reluctant to make moves, I guess you could say. There's a lot of ways. There's a lot of different ways you could word it. 7 of 50, waiting to go back green. And a lot of these guys are single file. I have no idea why, if anyone has a good explanation. But we're going back green. Remember, the start-finish line is farther back than Daytona and a lot of tracks. Phoenix shares that similarity. There's the restart zone. And we are back green flag racing here at Talladega, lap 8 of 50. Eagles leading on the high side. Lee side by side with them, getting a push from, I believe that's Elliott down the backstretch. Haynes also trying to help that top line with Broadfoot and a few other guys. And the 05, I believe that is, of... I know that's not Kenneth. That is Joshua Nicolo helping. And now they're all back too wide. And they're still making passes, so that's pretty good so far. I mean, definitely not what I want to see. I want to see them be a bit passive, but it's their choice. I mean, they get caught up in a wreck. They get caught up in a wreck, but I'd love to see a lot of guys make it to the end, and everyone does have a faster pair, so still have that little bit of risk you can do, except the 62 of Landon Valeke. He does not have a faster pair, I believe, so he needs to definitely be a bit easier for these first 30, 40 laps, or these next 30 laps, and then decide what he's going to do. Because if he gets in one more wreck, his night is over, definitely. So, and we seem to have Dylan C. Jones. I don't think we've mentioned him at all during this broadcast. And an all blank white car with the number 16 class on it. That's... Oh, and they're going 3 wide up here. 3 wide, 3 by 3. And that is going to be the 239 of Tim White, taking it 3 by 3 with, I believe, the 02 of Elliott. And below him is going to be the 45 of Sean Corbett. So, guys are definitely taking it. Oh, never mind. 3 by 3 is dying out and seems to be 2 by 2. That's the biggest trend through this entire pack. You have that nice, beautiful camouflage 7. Oh, someone gets loose. That's going to be Elliott getting a bit loose from what I saw. Or maybe I'm seeing wrong. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, but these guys are keeping it clean for the most part. Besides that first caution, but... Oh, never mind! No, not again! Is that going to be a yellow? And they keep it going. I don't think that should be a yellow. But man... Landon got caught up in another incident. That's not what he needed. But luckily, no damage tonight, so... Or, no damage for him. And they keep it going. That beautiful number 6 extra life car. Making his way. Or making his path. I don't know what I'm trying to say here. I apologize. I am a bit of a mess, but... You have Elliott on the top side, definitely making his way through the field, unlike Cody, who's held onto that lead for a good part of 11 laps. And actually, let's see how much laps he's led. And with that, we have 6 of 11 laps led. That's not going to go to him. That's going to go to Elliott. He's led approximately 1 lap tonight. That is the only lap he's led. Now he's going to cut in front of the 6. Who's led the other few? Well... We'll never know. I mean, maybe we will. But we're not going to go figure that out right now. But we do have the 05 of Joshua McCullough on the top side, getting pushed by the 03 of his own father. So that last night, if you remember, we covered that they worked together until the trial, and they're definitely going to work together until lap 50 on the trial. Maybe a green light checkered. But they're definitely working together pretty good right now. That 02 is left stranded. Lap 12 of 50, and wow, those guys are falling back. Definitely these guys are going to keep switching for the lead. I want to go back here and let's cover a nice little back. So if you look at these last 4 laps, you can see that lap 9 was the last time Tim White was in the pack. And lap 10 was the first time he wasn't, or maybe a bit, and then they've fallen back a second per lap. So these guys, they've got to pray for a caution. I believe that maybe they will get a yellow, but they might not. And these guys are back to batting one up here. We have the 6 on the low side, the 05 on the top side. Niegels and McCullough side by side. And speaking of making his way through the pack, let's go see. He started 12th and is first, with his highest position now being first, and his lowest being 14th. And as you can see, it changed on the overlay right there. Eagles low. But speaking of which, I did mention, he's been pretty consistent. First, fourth. So definitely what he wants to see from his stat line right now. And I'm just watching these guys of how they're driving and what they're exactly doing. They're battling-ish, but not battling. Oh, the 02 got loose again. Man, I thought that 02 was going for a spin. I was hoping it didn't take anyone along with him, but you can't really take anyone along with you if you don't cause a wreck. So glad to see there was no wreck. And they're side by side still. I mean, the 05 does have that lead, but now the 6 moves up and is not getting any more help. Or is getting help, but the 05 wasn't getting any help by an entire car for a good minute. And now the 6 takes back his lead. This is... Oh! Joshua goes to the apron, gets a bit... Oh, no! Oh, wait. Did I just see a yellow? Oh, man. The entire front end of that car is destroyed. Oh, what a horrible camera shot. We have an NBC overlay on, not Fox, but... Oh, he moved up. Oh, man. Okay, that's what happened. That's our replay right now. Just got a bit loose. I guess got startled by of the 05 of Joshua McCullough, and definitely not what he wanted to happen, but he still has a fast repair. And hello, Kenny Real. Welcome to the chat. So his father does take the lead, the 03 of Kenneth McCullough Jr. Yeah, exactly what I thought. Cody Niegels now taking back his once lead. I mean, it can't be once. He's taken the lead like 7-8 times already in like the last 5 laps. So but definitely taking his lead back, and not by much, by just 200ths of a second. This is the type of racing you like to see. And lap 17 of 50, these guys are getting through this race pretty quick. If anyone's curious on remember when I said about the race prediction where it ends? We have under 30 minutes. So if anyone's curious, this race will end under 30 minutes if we keep this green, which this brings us for a nice before mid-race prediction. Mid-race prediction is what I like to call it. So do we see this race go green, or do we see a few more yellows sprinkle here and there? Let us know in the comments. And we have someone exiting pit road. That's going to be the 04 of Matthew Lee. Unfortunately, not slamming headfirst into the wall, unlike me times, but they're 3 wide. Just a normal Sunday drive for these guys. Quite literally Sunday, as it is Sunday, June 16th, 2024 at 10:43 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. I have 24-hour time on my phone right now, so I almost said 22:43, but lap 18 of 50. Yeah, maybe we need a Dega flip. Can the Xfinity cars even... Does these have blowover physics? Oh, no! That is the least of my worries. There was a car spinning down the track. That's Jared Haynes. And are you kidding me? Come on. Cameras, come on. Okay. We gotta go check again. I'm sorry. These cameras have acted twice like that. So, goes low, gets a bump by the 45, tries to lock her down. And there's some damage on the rear bumper. Definitely not fast repair worthy, but glad the 04 didn't slam into the back of that 7 car. Yeah, I know. I like to do that sometimes. But do these Xfinity cars have blowover? Oh, no! That's Kenneth McCullough Jr. in the inside wall, just like Dexter Stacy. And that kind of fits because both cars are either looking like an MBM car or an MBM car, and that's unfortunate to see. Cautions out. And that camera angle caught the action that time, but unfortunate incident. My God, every time I try to talk about Xfinity blowover physics, we not get to finish the sentence. Instead, we get the nice reward of having a car spin or nearly spin. So let's find us a nice good camera angle. This works, right? I hope so. So let's slow down here. We have the 03 of Kenneth McCullough Jr. staying on the high sides, keeping his lane in check, minding his own business with his son behind him. Now, the 661 doesn't really like that, right? So he goes a bit up, doesn't hold his line, and turns the 03. And then the 03 just spins into the inside wall. That's probably on the 661 from what I can see, but we're going to take a few more camera angles at that. And I like to commentate these wrecks sort of in a fun way, so we got to find the 661. I believe that is not Dylan Jones. We got to play a nice game of find the car roulette. Not the 239. Okay. Is it Danny Barnes? It's the car in front of him. Oh man, I prefer custom numbers. John Ward is the car in front. Okay. Does anyone have any idea? Doesn't really matter right now. We're gonna go check this. So, oh, that's not the right camera angle. Here. Let's slow it down. Car chase, maybe, but this camera angle does give us some good... Okay, so we can see right here, oh, maybe some front bumper damage. 661 definitely moves up, and that just tells us the rest of the story. Moving up, net code. Looked like net code a bit, if you can see right there. Yeah, there's a nice gap right there. Right there, there's a nice gap. The 03 goes spinning into the inside wall, unfortunately. And I don't think there's damage to the 03. Personally, don't take your fast repair. Maybe wait for later. That's what I would do, but yeah, I can't find the 661. I was also rushing. I don't want to miss the entire caution period looking for one guy. In the meantime, let's look for this. Oh my God, it was Joey Galati. I'm sorry, Joey. Oh, that's right. He did have to use his fast repair earlier, so that puts him, Landon, and I believe Matthew in the same boat, but Matthew is now getting his lap back. So everyone's going to be on the lead lap. We're going to have some nice racing going on tonight. And go put your header back up since you're no longer on replay. We're almost halfway through this race, actually. This went by pretty quick. Quicker than I expected. But Now we wait. They're side by side, and you know what? Hold on, I got a cool idea here. Static. And the 04 is taking a nice pit stop. I don't believe that's really important, but you know, was anyone ever curious how much RPMs are going on an Xfinity car during caution? With our driver inputs, you can check that out now. So 2,000 or 3,000. Whoops, I can't read. 3,000 during 70 miles an hour. So that's pretty interesting. Joey claims another. That's tough. But yeah, laps led, 3 laps led, I presume under yellow. So definitely want to get some laps led under green. And let's check your weather. Bit through. Seems to not be dynamic. Seems to be fixed weather. So that's definitely interesting. 22 laps through. We're gonna go back green on lap 23. I'd love to do mid-race interviews like Jonathan Ramos, who I make overlays for, but going off previous statistics, usually people wreck when there's a mid-race interview or make a few mistakes. I mean, I can't blame them. Having John's voice in your ear while driving, probably death sentence. So, I love you, John, but he'd probably make fun of me back, so. We're just waiting for them to go green. I'm talking about a fun story. And, well, you know, if you're a sim racer, do you ever have like your desk mixed up with your setup? So when you like stretch, your pedals are in the way, so you just start pressing your pedals out of pure boredom and fun? Or is that just me? Because I'm kind of doing that right now. I hope that yellow was to my pedals comment. But yeah, track is kind of cooking. Very hot track. If I touched it, I could probably cook a batch of cookies on it, or bake a batch of cookies. Why do they call it cookies if it's bake them? Anyways, that's besides the point. They're coming to the Geico restart zone with a nice static shot. We're gonna go to TV1 and watch these guys restart. Green flags back in the air here at Talladega. Lap 23 of 50. We have a nice amount of laps to go, I believe. Let's do some quick math. It's going to be about 27, 28 laps to go. So these guys are definitely flying by our cameras. Oh God, sorry. Excuse me. The lap 23 of 50. You know, we haven't seen much interesting information today on our overlay, so let's check these guys' last lap miles an hour. And 71, 73, 89 across the board. Definitely interesting. That's not the speeds you really want to go at Talladega. But of course, there was a caution, so you kind of can't go 188 miles an hour at Talladega in the yellow. That's pretty unsafe. But 24.50, these guys are going 2, maybe 3 wide. One car decides to go 3 wide and gets left out to dry. That's going to be Corvette. Maybe you're just going up high to not be in any wreck or be in any unsafe position, because being in the middle of the pack is probably a death sentence. So now the average speeds, or last lap speeds, obviously change. Going to 173, which that's pretty good. You're going 100 miles an hour faster. That means you're going around Talladega at about maybe every 49, 50 seconds now. So 54, I think. Yeah, it's 54. I don't know why I said 49. So we're about to hit the halfway point here. So I'm pretty happy. We're about to hit halfway. And I thought there was a wreck. I heard these guys, or the cars, like, their noise sound like it was under yellow, and which they weren't, so that's pretty good. Halfway through this race. Last time I was halfway through a race, my internet disconnected, so let's hope there's no issues of that. But that was lap 50, and this race ends at lap 50, so we all gotta pray that nothing bad happens, and I'd appreciate it. Definitely just messing around right now. These guys are keeping a double file throughout the entire pack. Just having a bit of fun with my commentary here. 188 miles an hour. Then we have one person going 185 and one person going 187. So definitely you want to be going a bit faster to stay up with these guys. But maybe, I mean, Corbett was out of line that last lap, so. $26 of 50. I think it's now time to show how many laps we have to go. That rhymed. 25 to go. 3 wide through the pack. That's Joey Galati. And I'm pretty sure that 03 probably isn't too happy with the 661. That's a block by Richard Elliott. I thought he was going down on the inside wall. And glad he wasn't. But man, that was very, very risky. And now Niegels takes back his lead. And definitely, we're going to keep this race going. And, you know, it's been a while. It's like genuinely been a while. Let's do my first ever crank it up of 2024. How do we think about that? And we're back here, 22 to go. TrackCam's 22, our leading camera provider here at Fireball Talks NASCAR. I don't know why I did 2 laps early, but glad to see the chat's active tonight. Definitely makes me happy, and we have a nice average speed, but, you know, that kind of gets boring. Intervals! Woo! Definitely showing the intervals. So we have 2 guys battling it out pretty intensely, but it's over halfway. Go crazy, go wild. And definitely what Landon Valeke is going to do after his lap 2, 3, 4 incident. After that, he used a fast repair pretty early, so definitely good to see him try. He's 3 wide right now. That's a bit too risky for now, but his choice, not mine. So definitely we're going to see how that move works out with the 03, I believe, pushing him on the high side. Oh, wow, that's actually working out pretty good. That's actually a pretty big shock. Oh, I underestimated that. I underestimated the power of friendship, just like the 2023 Los Angeles Dodgers. Well, they got swept, so no power of friendship there. 20 to go this time by. And it hurt to say that because I'm a Dodgers fan, but enough with the sports analogies. I thought I saw a Pastrana scheme for a second. That made me remember my own. But definitely, that's not on a Ford, so why would you do that? Anyways, Niegels in the lead, Elliott in second, Dylan C. Jones in third. Top 3 has stayed consistently the same over the last few laps. I mean, maybe top 5. Top 3 is kind of pushing it. 20 to go this time by, and if anyone's curious, the race seems to be ending in just under 17 minutes. So, you know, we got 2 people active in chat. Can you 2 tell me if you think we're going to get another yellow? But definitely, seeing Bondell in here, wow, I'm not going to lie, I completely forgot he was in here. Definitely a quiet driver for tonight's race. But if he wins, that's going to be a pretty big shock. We haven't talked about him all night long. But he definitely can make something happen. He's probably staying back there just to be safe, which is a pretty smart strategy. Going back up here. 19 to go. They're 3 by 3. And they're going 3 by 3 by 3. That might work out. I mean, oh. That 6 of Cody Nichols is going to have to defend 3 lanes. That's already going to fail. Elliott goes by his flawed defense. I'm not saying his defense is flawed. I'm just saying one car protecting 3 lanes is not a good idea. So, but that 3 wide, the top lane is not really working out right now. So I don't know what their plan is. Maybe just stay up there and wait for something, but that's definitely not a place to be if a big wreck happens. And now they got 4 guys on the top, 3 on the bottom. That bottom lane might just die out. No, you're on the bottom. You have the shortest way around this track. So this looks like my diecast races where I had them going 3 by 3 by 3, and it was pretty intense. All of them close together. That was really random of me to say, but... And the 05 goes down on Cody Nichols. That's going to be Joshua McCall, and that looked pretty risky to me. Oh. He leaves his dad out to dry. That's definitely going to be an interesting breakfast next morning, and... Hey. Definitely going to be fun. So, this race has been pretty fun already. 18 to go. Can't believe it's passed by that quick. Eagles, McCullough, side by side. Elliott, Jones, 3rd and 4th. If this is a pretty fast pace car, or a pretty fast caution line. They're 2 by 2. I'm not saying this is going to be a huge wreck. I'm just saying that these guys are 2 by 2 all the way. If you slow this down, it probably looks like they're under yellow without a pace car. So, oh, never mind. I take that back. They're 3 wide. I did not say go 3 wide. Nah. Now it doesn't look much like a pacing line. Instead, actually, I'm trying to look at what these guys are doing. So they have the top lane organization seems a bit messy right now. Stay with the middle because people just went down. I mean, they were probably working together to get by the 05, but now the 05 goes down and that top lane is gone. I think whoever's in the top should go to the middle lane, but that's my unexpert advice. I've won a C-fix on Talladega. Does that count for anything? I don't know. But yeah. Oh no! Not again! That's the big one. Someone on the wall trying to be light. Oh no! Okay, that was not. So we did get our yellow. We did get our big one. And someone thought they were Lightning McQueen. I believe that was the 661 of Joey Galati. So, let's see. Let's see Joey do his best Lightning McQueen attempt. Ka-chow? Sort of? Okay, never mind. But same damage as earlier. Front bumper gone. That's his race done. And man, I knew that pack wasn't going to last. I really did. They were. And here we go. So the 7 got a bit loose. That's going to be the 7 of Danny Barnes. And he's going to get a bit loose. Go down into the 04. The 04 hits the 239. Then Danny goes back down. And, oh, the other 7. No, that's the 7 of Danny Barnes and the Chevy. Who's the other 7? That looks to be... not Corbett. Haynes. Jared Haynes. Jared Haynes goes down and then gets a No, 62 net codes. Luckily, netcode saved him, but he goes up into the 661, tries to make him become Lightning McQueen. And Kenneth McCullough. Now, here's where he got into the incident. Go to Dynamic TV3. Oh, hey, that's definitely not what we want to see. There's a good shot. And that's not the right car. We're trying to focus on the 03 here. The 239 goes up. And Kenneth went down. Tim went up, and that was just unfortunate. Now he tries to save it. Corvette nowhere to go. He probably had, yeah. I don't know what you could have done there if you were gone, but that's just a tough break for a lot of people in this field. So the Lottie's race is over. Definitely not going to be a good exit for him. Not how he wanted to finish this race, and luckily Kenneth, I believe, saved his fast repair. Oh no, he might have not. Yeah, I realized that was Haynes after a bit, but man, really, really tough race. Or really tough break for a lot of people there. 14 to go. And wow. That was, yeah, that was tough. But that actually brings us to an interesting dark horse. So Dylan C. Jones, we have not talked about him all night. I think the only time I mentioned him was when I was mentioning his paint scheme. So as you can see, we can kind of have a good reason of why we haven't mentioned him all night. Lowest was 15th, highest was 1st. I mean, I can't remember when he got 1st, I apologize, but he started 9th and now he's in 2nd. So he's definitely going to be able to have a shot to take home some good money. Mark Vondell, as I said, we haven't talked about him last night, but I wouldn't be surprised if we were going to talk about him, and he stayed out of that wreck. He's pretty safe. He was staying pretty safe, and that's pretty good for him, because now he's ending up in 6th after his lowest being 15th, which is last in the field, where he was before. And at 45, Sean Corbett, 7th after that wreck. And his car is fully repaired. He's back on the race, in the race. John Ward's day is done. Joey Galati's day is done. Currently 15th, currently 14th. Matthew Lee, I thought his day was done, but luckily not. Kevin Colth Jr., 12th. Definitely some damage on the side of the car. Danny Barnes, 11th, and quick rundown through your field. So we're about to go back to green. Pace car lights might be off, but that was definitely a wreck. Yeah, I don't know, but 15 watching, we thank you to be here, and welcome to the chat, Mark Math. I am stuttering a lot. Sorry, it's been a while since I've commented. Well, I commentated last night, but this is my first time commentating solo, a full solo race, so been a while. Definitely been a while for me. And I've always been bad at commentating solo races, and unfortunately, whoever was going to co-commentate with me, he couldn't show up tonight due to personal business, but it is Father's Day, and I want to wish everyone a happy Father's Day if you are a father. So, happy Father's Day. Hopefully you spent the day with your dads, and we have 13 to go. Arca brakes! Stuff's about to get serious. FTN logo jump scare. So 13 to go. And we are definitely waiting these guys to take it to the Geico restart zone, because once they do, they're going green, 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 and not braking until the checkered flag. And here we go. Coming to the Geico restart zone. I'm ready. How about everyone? Green flag back in the air here at Talladega. Eagles with the early lead, but Dylan C. Jones getting an early push on the outside. Richard Elliott following behind, but that's not going to be enough. They have 3 cars on the top, 3 cars on the bottom. And Eagles blocks high, but the 05 of Joshua McCullough blocks low. Now he's going to have a lot more help down on the bottom as everyone catches up. That top lane doesn't have much help besides those 4 cars, and I believe that bottom lane has about 6. And now the 16 of Dylan C. Jones taking that top lane. Keeping it up there because he really couldn't clear himself down. Cody Neagle's having a choice with any lane he wants to take, taking the top side. He probably should have stayed on the bottom side. I mean, there's a lot of cars actually lined up on that top lane, but now the 05 is going to be able to get a nice run on the bottom and considerably take the lead here. 11 to go now. 17 watching, we thank you very much. 11 to go. 10 minutes. Just above this race. That's the predicted time. So in 10 minutes, we could see a winner take home this money, which is very nice. And, well, who do you want to see take home a nice cash prize? Because we got 11 to go. These guys aren't going to be careful for much longer, if they are, which I doubt anyone in the field is going to be careful. Oh, no. I thought that 8 was going to lose it after all we've seen tonight, but just touching the apron being a bit scary for us here up in the booth. And no one's gonna go stay on the bottom side. Everyone's on the top. Seems like the new trend. Cody Neagle's on the top side. Dylan C. Jones also on the top. Then we have Elliott. And, well, I take that back. Cody's just doing whatever he can to stay in the lead right now. He's had control most of this race, but he could lead all 49 laps, but that doesn't really matter. The last one you really need to lead, the only one you need to lead, 50. Lap 50, that's the only one you need to lead. If Cody gets wrecked on the tri-oval on lap 50, it doesn't matter how many laps he's led before, he's not the winner. So, you only want to be up in the lead on that final lap. I don't care if I'm 39th, 40th, 41st for 49 laps, but I want to be in the lead on that final lap, on lap 50. So that's definitely everyone's strategy. You want to be in the lead at the final lap, which obviously is the preferable strategy for anyone to win a race, because, I mean, if you're second on the final lap, the only way you can really get a win is by hoping for some unforeseen circumstances. Hopefully we don't see any of those tonight. Joshua McCullough taking the lead. And they're 3x3 in the back. Go 3 getting a nice push by that 04. Joey Galati officially out of this race. I forgot to bring the tower up. I'm so sorry. Oh, hey, that's not normal. Go. Oh, that 8! Brandon Broadfoot gets loose. Save it, driver. Save it. Save it. Good job. Now, let's see. I thought I saw someone spin up here. So that middle line is gone. And now they're dissolving. I don't know why the 16 didn't move, but it doesn't matter. It's 8 to go. So 0.06, 0.05, 0.04, 0.0302, and now he's falling back. Cody Neagle's on the top side. They're trying right now. They're trying to pass the 6 because that's 6. Let's check how many laps he's led. Anyone got any guesses? 3, 2, 1. 27 of 44 laps led. So if you were counting, good job. If you weren't counting, I can't blame you. I've lost count many laps ago. So 7 to go. Cody Neagle is still in the lead. Dylan C. Jones looking to take that from him. 3 white cars in the top 3, so it kind of gets confusing for the 2 white Camaros, but not for the Mustang, because that's a completely different body style. But Richard Elliott in the lead. First time he's been in the lead, I believe, tonight. Let's fact check that. He's been in the lead for 44 laps. Might be 9 this time by if the bottom line can get back, him a good run, and that's not going to be the case this time by. Eagles lead at 28th or 29th lap. So 28th lap. Blood on the night for that 6. But now Richard's in the lead. Cody's in second. Joshua in third. 6 to go, side by side, for second and fourth. Cody wanting to go down. He's not clear. If he goes down, he'll get spun into the wall. I'm just saving my voice for this final lap. But definitely going to be interesting to see how these guys are going to take these next 5 laps, because I try to be careful. I'm anticipating a wreck on the final lap. I don't want to see a wreck on these next 4 laps. I mean, I don't want to see a wreck on the white flag, but that might be more interesting. I mean, final lap wrecks on super speedways are almost guaranteed, considering the fact that it's the final lap. You got to go for it. Everyone's on the tight pack, and Cody won ERA for 4K. So I have no idea what ERA is besides earned run average. So if your ERA is 4K, that is definitely not good. But ERA might mean something different in this sense. 5 to go. But some nice facts with people who've definitely been in the league longer than me in chat. So if anyone's curious, look in chat. 5 to go, now coming to 4. They are 3 wide, looking to be 4 maybe. I don't think we've seen any 4 wide action, but they're definitely being very tight with the 3 wide stuff right now. Four to go. I'm saving my voice because I know that last lap is going to be intense. Oh, man. Cody got a bit loose. That definitely scared me a bit. Oh, man. Where did Kenneth come from? He is on that top line. Never mind. Everyone left him out. The 05, Joshua looked low, got on the apron barely, and nearly lost it. Glad to see he saved it. $4,000. Okay, I am definitely not that smart. Cody in the lead. 3 to go. Dylan Jones, he stayed on the high line this entire time. I'd feel hopeless if I'm Dylan right now, dude. I'm stuck on the high line. Nowhere to go. Man. Riding on board with that 16 right now. I want to see what his onboard camera looks like. Two to go. Oh, nice and ad. 2 to go. Richard Elliott looking for that win, but he's going to be on the bottom side. Dylan on the top side. He doesn't want to give Cody any advantage. That 05, Joshua is going to help. Oh, wow, they're side by side entering the corner. This might be the first time Cody's gotten his lead taken away in the last 10 laps. They seem to be getting a bit squirrely. Keep it straight, guys. Oh, no, they're not going to keep it straight. Hard into the wall. Someone's flipping on the roof. That's going to be the 45 of Sean Corbett. Caution's out. We're going to see another green-white checkered for 2 nights in a row. Man, they almost made it. Even though the start-finish line is a bit farther back than Daytona, that's the 45's night done. They still wouldn't have made it to the white. Man, that's tough. That is tough for that 45. I want to see what happened there, dude. That was very tough. Very, very, very tough. So, man, go see what happened here. So, man, that was All right, so it looks like Kenneth went down a bit. Netcode was involved. Then Sean that just started a domino effect. Sean goes up, then Dylan Jones gets it. Man, I wanted to see Dylan win. I'm not gonna lie. Oh man, the 03 and 45 on their sides, and now the 03 is gonna have the 45's right rear skid mark on his hood. That's not the way Dylan wanted to be with 2 to go. Man, we're gonna go on board with John real quick. Yeah, you're just showing. Oh, nothing you can do. And nothing you could have really done there if you were. I mean, man, that's tough. That's really tough. So we're gonna go on board with the 43, the 03, and we're gonna go see what happens. So goes down for Sean, and boom. Oh man, that was someone's engine blew. I think that was Kenneth's. Unfortunate. Oh, nearly hit the 16. Dylan is definitely not the happiest man on the radio. All on board with him. So keep it on the 16. Yeah, nothing you could have done. Well, now he's taking his fast repair. His only one for the night, but that's not going to be really important considering we're going to have 2 to go coming to this restart. Yeah. Richard Elliott takes the lead. Unfortunate timing for Cody to not have the lead, but so I believe this is 2 to green. And, well, definitely a tough break. But let's chat down in the comments, so. Oh, I don't know if Dylan's on the radio. This is my first time, or second time being here. First time seeing some of these guys, so I don't know who's on the radio, who's not on the radio, but who's everyone's pick to win? Mine is Dylan. I really want to see him take it to victory lane, so that's my pick for tonight. He was quiet all night, but I think he can take it to victory lane. How about you, Mark, Devin, and Kenny? And we are 1 to green this time by. Yeah, so okay, I guess I was wrong. I'm sorry. I don't know who's on the radio, but good to go. Also, Kenny Real, known Florida 500 starter in the number 13 Toyota Camry. He's been on one of my overlays before, fully customizing stuff. Wasn't mentioned on the broadcast at all. I can't remember if he finished the race or DNF'd, but hey. I think I was mentioned, I think, about the same time on the same amount of times on the broadcast than Kenny. And I wasn't even racing. But to be fair, I did a pretty huge part of the project. But I mean, a lot of people probably weren't mentioned on the broadcast, so it's not a Kenny thing, don't worry. I've definitely taken commentary advice from an old co-commentator of mine, Garrett Hess. He used to mess around on the commentary, and I think I've taken a bit of that off of him, but Only on the yellows, because, I mean, what are we supposed to talk about? Definitely about how the top 4 might wreck it coming to the line, but anyone's going to wreck it coming to the line. It's a roll of the dice. It's Russian roulette with cars. So, coming to the green, 3 to go. Coming to 2. We're going to be restarting with 2 to go. Green, white, checkered rules, if you don't know. You have, I don't know what the exact rules are, but green flags back out. You can have multiple green, white, checkers, up to 3, I believe, depending on the league. So, and after that 3rd, it's no yellow. And if there's a caution on the white, then that's the race over, but no one calls yellows on the white. And next flag ends the race pretty much when they come to the white. So, oh, Alabama 500 NWP. Well, NWP wasn't my overlay. Alabama was the same on the 2 to go. Let's lock in and watch these guys. Cody looking to take the lead with the... Oh, no! Another wreck. They're going to go to a second green, white checker. There goes half of the field, and we're going to have to wait for another yellow. Oh, man. That was tough to watch. John. Oh, no, that's the 03. Never mind. Dennis trying to save it. Into the back. Ah, that's probably his race done. A lot of people's races were done. That was such a surprise to me. These guys are going for it, though. Wow. So let's watch here. Cody, did he get a bad push? No, the 239 tries to help, then just goes too far down. Cody gets some damage. 39 of Tim White goes up, and Neo 4 has nowhere to go. Ah! Oh, wow, that is 5 cars up into the wall at the same time. That is not what you want to see in Brandon Broadfoot, unfortunately, out of this race. Luckily, my pick made it through, so pretty good. Commentator bias, maybe, but a lot of guys are now out of this race. Not many guys with clean cars left. Let's count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, maybe 6. 6 or 7, I'm counting. Just under half of the field side. I mean, half of 7 is, or half of 15 is 7.5. So would it be, I don't know. You know, we've got under half clean cars right now, man. Such intensity with 3 to go and, or 2 to go, and but yeah, NWP was my overlay, but that was on a different program, and I don't use that. I don't like it, and I'm glad John finally switched to my overlays, starting with the USA 500. Did you do the USA 500? I can't remember. I don't think so, right? Not the California 500 either. Now, it's probably not fun to be talking about e-tickets right here, but we're just sort of waiting for everyone to go green. Which I believe it is 1, no, 2 to green. All right, locked and loaded. We're ready for this next restart, and I really want to see someone's picks for tonight. I know Devin was going for, if I scroll up all the way in chat, Haynes and Valeke. I believe Haynes is still in the race. Yep, so one of his picks is still in here. The other one might be out of the race. So, I mean, in the race, but definitely not in contention. He's a lap down, so. They're coming to 1 to green this time by, as you can hear someone rev their engine. And actually, hold on, if you haven't already, find it. Oh no. If you haven't already, go into Discord. Scan the QR code. I think it's in the description post. Oh, that is not me. I'm not David Kreutz, thankfully. And yeah, make sure to subscribe to Fireball Talks NASCAR while you're at it, and 1 to green if you enjoy what you're seeing. I'm probably not the best commentator on this network, but I try to be fun. It's my horrible commentating. But yeah. Oh, hey, that actually looks cool. But yeah.
Racing isn't easy.
So 3 to go. This race has definitely got longer. I am not David Kreutz. Please don't make me into David Kreutz. That is a fate that I do not want. So ATVO estimating that this race ends in 2 minutes and 31 seconds. Definitely not at this pace considerably. But we'll see where we are in 2 minutes 31 seconds. 3 to go, coming to 2. Second green-white checkered of the night. That 239 is destroyed, but he's going to make it to the end. So I respect that. If he somehow wins this thing, I will... I don't know. But coming to the green, we have our 2 leaders, Cody Niegels and Richard Elliott, leading us off. Green flags back in the air here at Talladega. 2 to go. Oh, that's not what I want to see. And the field split up. That's going to be the 7 of Danny Barnes coming out of nowhere. I believe he started 3rd or 4th on that restart. Let's see where he was this entire race. Started 14th. Highest was 3rd, but now he's in 2nd. So this is definitely the highest he's been all night. And what did I say about Mark Vondel? He's looking to win this race. Same with Dylan C. Jones. Vondel was staying all the way in the back this entire time. And now it's going to pay off. He's in 3rd right now. And remember, they're coming to the white, but the finish line is all the way on the front stretch. It is not in the tri-oval, so we've got about 1,000 more feet. And this race is now official! White flag in the air. 1 lap to go. Sponsored by Fireball Talks NASCAR and SKS Graphics. Final lap. Here we go. Elliott on the low side. He's got that 6 of Cody pushing. And he's got Vondel helping. Then they have Haynes. That middle and top line have no help. That middle line is going to be Barnes and Jones. And then that top line is just a solo car. Or no, that's 2 cars. And they're going to wreck. They're going to get loose. Elliott has this race unless the 6 and 16 machine work together. What's going to happen? Vondel spinning in the back. It might be enough. Cody's going to look up high. He's going to go low. Dylan's looking for it. It's going to be Cody Niegels winning here tonight at Talladega. The man who's dominated all race wins the race in some nice cash. Wow. What an intense race. Man. Oh, man. Cody. I was sort of expecting him to win, but I also thought he was going to wreck. It was like a dice roll. I thought he was either going to wreck or I thought he was going to... Man, I thought he was going to either wreck or win. No in between. And he takes the good side of it. He wins. Dylan C. Jones 2nd, Richard Elliott 3rd. And speaking of which, let's go through your results. hide everything. And, well, let's get ready for your results. So, obviously, the O2, Richard Elliott, congratulating. I don't know if they're teammates. Maybe they are. And here we go through your results. So, oh! That hit our camera. Thanks, Cody. Our results. So, first we have Cody Eagles, second Dylan C. Jones, third Richard Elliott, fourth Mark Vondell, fifth John Ward, sixth Joshua McCall, seventh Danny Barnes, eighth Timmy White, ninth Kenneth McCall Jr., 10th Jared Haynes, and our last page, 11th Matthew T. Lees, 12th Landon Velecke, 13th Brandon Broadfoot, 14th Sean Corbett, 15th Joey Galati, and rounding out our field, our only person who did not start, Logan York. So that's our entire results, and let's watch Cody burn it down. Well deserved. Cody is tonight's biggest winner. Definitely burning it down until that thing blows. Go on board. And that thing is done. So we'll be right back on a commercial break, as we'll see you later. So we'll be right back, and hopefully see you after the break.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head to head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series in officially licensed cars engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Welcome back to Talladega Motor Speedway, or Super Speed. And we're going to hop in VC and do our post-race interviews. So wait for that as I was setting up everything. Fortunately, I forgot the most part. All right, so let's start off with our third place finisher, Richard Elliott. Oh, Richard, welcome to... Oh, yeah, you have to put on push to talk, but welcome to the Fireball Talks NASCAR broadcast booth. FTM Broadcasting, as we call it now. I'm still used to the old name. Amazing finish. Unfortunately, couldn't get it done. And, well, how was those last 2 laps for you? Got a copy? I don't think Richard has a copy. He has to put on... I think I can fix that. Hold on. Second. Yeah, I probably should fix that after last night, but I didn't know if I'm allowed to edit any channel setting. Definitely. Not working. Okay. So I don't think he has a copy. We're gonna move on to our next interviewee. Dylan is not here, so we're gonna instantly interview everyone. And welcome to the. Oh yeah, you have to put on push to talk. I don't know how to fix that, unfortunately, but welcome to the Fireball Talks NASCAR broadcast booth, Cody, and nice way to get it done. And well, how are those last two laps? Do you have any doubt in your mind that you were gonna win that race, or?
Can you hear me now?
Yep, we can.
Okay, I had to set my push to talk, so I apologize.
Yeah,
I
I don't
wanted
know
to
how to
try to
fix it.
hurry it up. Can you ask that again? I'm sorry.
All right, so good win. Did you have any doubt in your mind that you were gonna win that race, or were you fully confident?
I mean, we run these a lot, and it's just kind of the same thing. But when the wreck happened, it's just a matter of getting help behind me. And I look back there, and I'd been kind of helping Dylan at a couple points in the race. And when the wreck happened, I seen him, so I just kind of backed up to him and figured I had a pretty good chance. But with the tire wear the way it was, I thought I really only had one shot at Richard, because if I didn't get it right the first time, if I tried to turn the wheel back the other direction, it was just gonna wreck me. But yeah, I definitely thought I could get the win.
Yeah, obviously confidence is key, and obviously, good win. I believe you led the most laps. If I'm correct.
Yeah, I think I did.
All right,
It's either
so
me or Richard.
yeah, I think it was you. I saw you in the lead for most of the time. So obviously, how hard was it to block multiple lanes for, I believe, most part of a lap, if not all?
Um, I'll say this: it helps. Most of the race, I had Matt Lee up there with me, and I was working with Matt. It makes the moves a little more predictable, knowing that the guy behind you is not going to split you, or like if they do split me, Matt will come flying through to pick me up. So I had a little more confidence in making the move, knowing I wasn't going to get hung out to dry.
Yeah, that obviously surprised me on how you didn't get hung out to dry, but obviously, good to see that it did not happen to you. And how much are you going to take home? I don't have any idea on what the pot is, unless it's still to be decided.
I believe the payouts were top five: 80, 70, 60, 50, 40. So I want to say I'm going to get 80 out of it.
Awesome, awesome. So, any spots you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to thank Friend Real Estate, Bank of Missouri, Extra Life, Martin Sports. I want to thank my teammates at Nightmare Esports, Matt, for running with me tonight. And I want to give a big shout out to my dad, because I won both MMS races tonight. And this race is dedicated to you, Dad. I love you. And if I could just be half the man to my kids that you were to me, I would be a very proud father. You've done me very well, and I'm proud to call you my dad. Love you, man.
That makes me smile. Well, thank you. Our dads do a lot for us. And happy Father's Day to your father. And yeah. Well, thank you for racing. Thank you for talking with us, and hopefully we can see you again in the near future. And also, congratulations on winning both races tonight.
Thank you. One last thing I forgot. Shout out to Kenny for putting the race on, and shout out to you for broadcasting it. Can't wait to watch this one back.
Yeah, I'm glad it had no issues through and through. Maybe my commentating, but that's not really too big of an issue.
No, you're good, brother.
Yeah. Well, thank you for showing up. Thank you for being here. And yeah, happy Father's Day. And hopefully we see you again in the near future.
Thank you.
All right. So let's try this again. Richard Elliott, welcome back to the booth. Can you hear us?
I got you.
Awesome. Welcome back. I believe this is your second time here in 2 days. So very nice. Third, not bad. Obviously, you wish you could have won, but still a pretty good payout for what you're going to take home, I believe. So how was it? How were those last two laps?
I felt like I was in a good position until they wrecked, and then I got away from the pack, and Cody and Dylan hooked up. There was nothing I could do. They were going to get around me. I made one move, and that's all I was going to make. I didn't take tires the whole race. They were pretty wore out. But, third place, all right. Nothing I could do to defend that. So I feel good about it.
Yeah, obviously. third is better than fourth or fifth. So obviously not second or first, but at least you did end up in a good position. So take me through the restart before this one. So the first green white checker, when you saw everyone wreck and you took the lead, how was that?
I was glad it was all behind me. Then the last restart, we got a good jump. It was go when the leader wants to go. So we got a good jump. I felt good about it, but then it just kind of fell apart there when they all wrecked.
Yeah, obviously not what you want to happen, but any sponsors you want to thank before we let you go?
Yeah, I want to thank my team, BAR, Justin, Aubrey, Joseph, all on the team. They weren't here tonight, but they've been a big part of what I've been doing with all this. So shout out to them.
Yeah, and well, happy Father's Day to you. I don't know if you're a father or not, but happy Father's Day to you, and hopefully we see you again in the near future.
All right, thank you, and thanks for broadcasting it, and Kenny and all in putting it on.
No problem. Well, Richard Elliott finishing third, and obviously our final interview. Hi, Kenneth. I couldn't find Dylan, so I might as well interview the man himself. So, welcome to the broadcast booth.
How you doing, brother?
I'm doing pretty good. What about you?
Doing all right. Wish I could have finished up there in a money spot, but
Yep.
you know how it goes sometimes.
Yeah, obviously you finished, I believe, 9th, and after that wreck, unfortunately, you didn't have much of a chance. So let me through those few wrecks you were in. One that caused a green white checker, and then the one that caused the second one, I believe, if I'm correct.
Yeah, I just feel like I couldn't avoid nothing tonight. Like every accident on the track I was involved in. I had the track temp a little too hot, so the cars were moving around a pretty good bit.
Yeah,
I've been working with different temperatures and all, just trying to new things to see if we could make the racing better.
Yeah, I definitely noticed a lot of people moving around. I was wondering if the setups were like really wonky. I don't know if it's open or fixed setup or it was. Yeah, I couldn't figure what it was, but
Yeah, it's fixed setup. It's just the track temp was really hot and the humidity was up. I ran a truck race right before this, and I didn't change the settings I had on the truck. We've been trying to fix the truck because the third lane don't work in it no more, so we were trying some new stuff.
yeah, definitely. And obviously, I wish I could have seen that truck race. It looked pretty exciting. But obviously, still 9th, you finished the race unlike a certain few people. Joey Galati and John Corbett unfortunately didn't finish, but happy Father's Day to you. I know you're a father, and obviously happy Father's Day to you. Any sponsor you want to thank?
Yeah, I'd like to thank my team. Thank you for doing the broadcast, man, and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there.
Well, I believe that finished it all up. Thank you for hosting, by the way, and thank you for letting me broadcast. And hopefully I get to broadcast in the near future, because I was going to say, hopefully I see you in the near future, but I definitely know you're going to be here in the near future. I'm racing, so hopefully I
Yes,
get to
sir.
broadcast in the near future.
Oh yeah, we definitely get you back for sure. Can't wait for that new series to start back up.
Me too. So hopefully I'm back, and happy Father's Day, and we'll talk to you later. Have a good one.
Yes, sir, brother. Thank you.
No problem. And that was the league owner, Kenneth McCole Jr. And, well, that's going to finish off our interviews for tonight. We thank you for being here on the Fireball Talks NASCAR Broadcasting Network. It's FTM Broadcasting now. I apologize. It's like calling Twitter X. I still won't do that. But thank you. Make sure to join the Discord. Final plug of the day. And, well, scan the QR code. And that's all we're broadcasting tonight. Thank you for watching on this beautiful Sunday night. On this Father's Day, Sunday, June 16th, 2024. And hopefully I see